see you. 2, 3.
Hey guys!
Yes.
Hey guys!
What's up?
What's poppin'?
What's goody? Ha! Got the last word. It's Genesis, Star, and
Skylar.
why do you gotta be so blunt? We are sisters. We stick together. Oh!
What cheating girls, cheating sisters. That should be our intro song.
Oh hell no!
Why
That's corny as
not?
hell. That's corny as hell.
I think we should start with why we want to do YouTube.
I have different reasons than you. You go first.
The reason why Jen wanted to make a
No!
YouTube. The reason we wanted to make a YouTube was because a lot of the times when Jen and I hang out together, people just think we're funny. So we thought we want to
Together.
spread it with you guys.
And make you guys
And
laugh.
make
This has been going
Yeah.
on in our mind, just process. If we like share this, like these jokes, this funniness, just make one of you guys this day mission accomplished. So that's what we're trying to do here. I don't know how.
Dude, we don't even care.
Take a
we
chance.
don't care.
It's weird just talking into a camera.
I know.
It's like,
I feel ugly already.
stop. It hurts. For now, we want to do story times. Probably like challenges.
I want to do games. I want to do a lot of games.
We'll continue updating.
Whatever you guys
what we're
want,
gonna do.
really.
This could be a very exciting journey. In the beginning, we'll probably have like 2 views, but
It's
we'll make
okay.
those 2
It's
people
okay.
smile. Hopefully,
So the first thing we want to talk about is I feel like everyone okay.
Heard
People,
the
if
recent
people
story.
that know us watching, they're
honestly,
gonna be
it's
like,
fresh in our
we
memory.
all know this.
So we're gonna talk about a recent incident. It was last year, so it's really fresh in our memory.
Most people that know me already know this. Like almost everyone I meet, I tell them because
Sure.
it's so funny. So we're gonna talk about how I broke a wall with my head.
I don't know how she's still alive because of how deep of the hole it was. The picture will be right. Okay.
It's gonna be right in front of Jen's face, right here, right here. And it's not even clickbait, guys.
We know how these YouTubers be playing.
We
now.
know.
I know it.
We
I've
don't
been
be
playing.
doing no clickbait.
I've been
no
playing.
clickbait.
No,
clickbait.
have a
It
sharp
was
memory.
December 3rd, 2018.
You see her memory?
It was my first semester of college.
The girl was stressed.
I wake up and I feel super nauseous. It was probably the most nauseous I've ever felt my whole entire life. I didn't want to eat anything, so I just went straight to doing my work because I had tons of work to do. It was a week before finals, so I was really, really trying to like finish it because I was like, Christmas is coming. I didn't want to tell my mom because she loves us very much, but she's very overprotective. I didn't want to freak out. I was like, it's probably nothing. It'll just go away.
So you hid it from her, correct?
I did.
Okay.
I didn't know this was an interrogation. But my mom knew I was nauseous.
She knew she was
but
nauseous,
she didn't know
that
to
she
what
was-
extent. This one wakes up.
And then I just knew, like, she just didn't look good, so I was like, yo, like, I was going to hang out and go, bowling.
bowling.
We were gonna go
Bowling.
bowling. I was like, you feel good? Like, you're okay. Usually things with her is just, like, doesn't really go to that extent. So I just thought, like, she, like, had just a little stomach pain, blah, blah. It didn't look good.
So she was getting ready, and I was sitting with her, you know, whatever. And my mom told her she had to, like, run an errand before she left. So she went to run that errand. So it was
Yes.
just me. My mom was in the room, and it was me in the kitchen. My dad was in the bathroom, so I couldn't go in the bathroom.
Oh, she was holding in that.
And I was like, I took the trash can, and I just... No one knew. No one heard me. My mom was in the room. My dad was in the bathroom, which was right there, but he didn't hear me. Before that, I hadn't thrown up in about, like, 10 years. I didn't throw up in 10 years. I was freaking out. But I thought, you know what? I threw up out of the way. I felt alright. I was like, it's okay. Everything's okay. And then I started feeling nauseous again. And I was like, oh. You know what? It's probably just after nausea, whatever. Like, I'm not going to throw up again. I don't feel that bad. But as time went on, it's getting pretty bad. She left.
Yeah, I had
She had already left. So my mom and my dad were there still. And I was like, let me just take a nap. Like, that's all I need to do. I stopped doing work. I was like, I'm just going to take a nap.
She got up from the nap.
And as soon as I got up, my mom came out to the living room and she was like, and she went to the bathroom. As soon as she went to the bathroom, I went to the trash can and I threw up again. And I thought for sure my mom was going to catch me this time. The bathroom is like right there. So this, like, here, let's say this is the kitchen, right? This is like the hallway, and right here is the bathroom. So, literally like 2 feet away. Comes out, and she was like,
Skylar, if you feel nauseous, say something right now.
Then my dad left to work. He left.
He works night shift, so it was around 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
That he left to go to work. I just took a nap in my mom's bed for a little while. I wasn't really taking naps. It was more like in and out because I was just so nauseous. It was waking me up. Like, it would not let me go to sleep. I think it was around 5 that I got up. And I was like, I think I'm okay. I don't feel too nauseous anymore. My mom's like, okay, that's great. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go walk to the bathroom. She's like, do you want me to come with you? And I was like, no, it's okay. I should have said yes. So it would have changed a lot. I got up, went to the bathroom. I was washing my face because I was nauseous. And as I was washing my face, I got really nauseous again in like the matter of 2 seconds. I started feeling this huge like rush of heat, like hot flashes. All of a sudden I started seeing black spots. I just want you guys to keep in mind, I've never passed out before. I'm not an idiot, I swear. It's new. I didn't know. She's passed out before. I thought it would just be like boom, like out, like you don't even get a chance to know. So I was seeing these black dots.
I can't seem to hold
and all of a sudden everything went black. To me it felt like I just fell asleep or something. Next thing I know, I wake up and my mom's on top of me like, let's reenact this, shall we? No. Yeah, I looked like I was dying. So let's say my head was in the wall, right? She was on top of me. She was like, oh my god! I woke. I just like kind of opened my eyes and I was like, where am I? Like I didn't remember like what happened. And I was like, oh yeah, I was in the bathroom. And she's like, your head's in the wall. And I was like, where? I was like, am I bleeding? And she was like, let me see. And I kind of go. She's like, no, you're not bleeding. And I was like, so what's the big deal? I kind of downgrade things a little bit.
Yeah, if I was her, I would have been.
I was good. Like, okay.
I probably would have passed out a second time, knowing that I felt
also, just so you know, like, didn't feel nauseous anymore. So I felt even happy. I was happy. I was like, my head didn't break, and I don't feel nauseous. Both problems solved.
But if you guys saw, so we're gonna put a picture
right there of what
I'm gonna insert it right here
of what
of
the hole looked like.
The hole looked like.
It was pretty big. I'm not gonna lie. It was a big. I have a big head.
And that wall was literally concrete. It wasn't hollow. It was concrete.
That sounded pretty good. Yeah. And I was gonna get up, and my mom said,
Don't get up!
My mom called my sister, my older sister, not this one. And she happened to be right back, so she came in. Alexis, her husband Tito, and my mom. They all picked me up. I didn't need to be picked up. I wasn't dizzy anymore. I was fine. But they insisted that they pick me up. They brought me to the couch. We called this one.
My mom doesn't slide into things when she says. She doesn't say easily. She boom. She says it just like that.
She's Puerto Rican. We're very loud.
She's like,
Skylar just fell into the wall. She broke the wall. Like, she passed out.
oh, she's throwing all these things at me, and I was just like, I'm going home right now and get a taxi. I was like,
Uber for me?
Yeah. I thought in my head, I don't know what I thought actually. I thought she was gonna step me on the floor, but time passed by. I was like,
yo, you gotta get me out of here.
And Skylar she just looks dumb like always. She was just like,
naturally.
She's just like, hi.
I don't take things very seriously when it comes to like my own. Well, not with anything really. But so I was fine. Like I wasn't crying. I wasn't freaking out.
But she's pretty joking. But this girl was like, not joking at all. Like she wasn't hurt, but she still looked like okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Later, because as time went on, I started feeling nauseous again. We get to the hospital. Oh, before we left, this one had to take the picture. That's how we got the picture.
Yeah, I took it. No, but it was pretty useful in our hospital experience.
And right now,
I know
they got me in. They're like, "What happened?" And my mom's like, "She broke a wall." And they didn't really act like it was a big deal.
For all of you guys, you should know how horrible New York hospitals are. They take 5 years with serious situations.
I was feeling nauseous, so I was trying not to talk. I was just answering like short answers.
She had a headache.
Yeah, that was
you
the
were like
problem.
this. I'll insert another picture right here
where
she was holding her head.
No, it's because of the light. The lights in there are terrible. My head didn't hurt yet. To be honest, I felt no pain from the fall. Like it was nothing compared to my nausea. Yeah. Later on, it felt like I got hit by a car. But at that time, nothing. Like the rest of the day. But it was like 6 o'clock. So it happened around 5:30.
Oh,
5:45, and we got there around 6:45ish. I really had to pee. So they're like, okay, we're gonna get you to pee. They had to bring me in on a wheelchair to the bathroom. She rolls the wheelchair.
Oh, so
keep in mind, I am so nauseous at this time. Like literally, like a feeling like throwing out.
I was rolling her, but there was like sharp turns because it was like a square just to get to the bathroom.
You did not have to make it that bump.
Boom. So, but yeah, you're right. But I was joking and I was laughing. And usually when we do dumb stuff, we both laugh at it like Dumb and Dumber. So
she bumped me in the wall, and I
guess
was like,
she was just not trying to move.
I couldn't speak because I was so nauseous. But in my head, I was like, when I feel better,
I'm going to kill her.
Like I was so angry that she was like playing around. It wasn't on purpose, but I was just so mad that she was like even laughing.
You know when you're trying to loosen up the situation when someone is so stressed. So she looked very stressed and in like nausea. So I thought a little bit of laughter would decrease it.
No,
Man,
it
worked.
didn't.
So
It
we
didn't.
got to the bathroom. My mom and I and the nurse were all holding her because like we did not want her to pass out again. So get her on the toilet successfully. It's not even a funny situation.
I felt hot flashes. So I was like, okay, I know I'm gonna faint this time, and I was ready. To be honest, I kind of enjoyed the fainting part. I know it's weird. It's just that it's much better than being up and sick. Am I right? When you pass out, you don't know what's going on around you. You're out. Yeah, I passed out. I closed my eyes, and all of a sudden, she was like,
Oh, it's not funny.
"It's funny for me."
It's not funny. It was a horrible and scary sight to see. And I swore. I thought I saw foam, like, coming out her mouth. I think it happened, but honestly,
Just cut this out funny.
we were trying to, like Skylar, we just kept saying her name and, like, trying to bring her back to consciousness, and she wasn't. Like, she was literally shaking. I was like, I don't know, like, I've seen this in shows, like, that it's a seizure. Like, why is she having a seizure? Like, what? I was so confused. She was throwing up stomachache. I thought it was a regular little, like, virus. I was, like, freaking out. At the time, my sister wasn't there. She dropped us off at the hospital. She left. I was on FaceTime with her, and I was like, yeah, she's peeing. She's okay. And boom, it started happening. I was like, I hung up on her, and I was just like, what is happening? I started freaking out. I ran to go get the nurses, but I just remember that right now. I was like,
Somebody call my sister.
everybody started coming.
the whole
floor.
floor. The whole floor came into the bathroom.
Boom, she came back to, like, consciousness.
I woke up and I just saw this light. Like, I thought I was, like, going to heaven. And they were like, where are you? Where are you? And I was like, okay, this isn't heaven. Like,
They don't scream at
they
you
don't
up
scream
there.
like that. The nurse was flashing a light in my eyes, like, I guess trying to wake me up. She was like, where are you? Where are you? And I was like, I'm in the hospital. When you wake up, it kind of, like, takes you a little while to remember
confused.
everything. Where you are, like, what you're doing, what happened. It takes a few seconds more than normal. And she was, like, asking me all these questions. They were like, what's your name? I was like, Sarah. She's like, who's the president? I was like, Chubb. She's like, where are you in the hospital? And then she was like, when's your birthday? And I was like, yo. I was like, I almost lost it. I almost said I didn't know. And I don't know why that was the only thing I didn't remember. I didn't remember, but I couldn't. And I see her in the back, and she's like trying to tell me, like, you don't know your birthday? Finally, like, I remember, I told them when my birthday was, and they're like, okay, like, she's good. Like, she's, you know, she's conscious. She knows everything. She's fine.
I was like, but what the was it? What was this?
I didn't know I had seizures. I thought I just passed out. Later on, way later on, they were like, you know, you were like, you know, like, going like this, right? And I was like, oh, really? Obviously, I stayed there for, like, a week. Didn't eat, didn't drink for a week. I had a concussion.
We found out that it was convulsions. It resulted from being so dehydrated because she was throwing up, wasn't drinking. So anything that she did drink or eat from the day before, it was out of her system because she threw it up or either went to the bathroom. And that's why she had the convulsion. So it wasn't a seizure. So they just started her on IV, which they should have done from the beginning. But they morons, so.
Around halfway through, this is just like an extra piece because it just gets worse. My IV, they had to redo it because after 3 days you have to take out the IV because the vein gets like tired out or it's like too used.
It's about to pop, so before it pops,
yeah,
her
like,
vein was worn out.
Her
Just
vein
like a
was
lot
worn
of her clothes.
Now I have really good veins. They took it out. They tried to put the needle in this arm, the IV, and it wasn't going. It kept like rejecting it. It popped my vein. A bunch of nurses just started trying to put IVs in my vein, and I think I got about 10 IVs. None of them worked.
And then this top nurse of the floor, which I knew I didn't like when she walked in, because she looked all cocky like, oh, you nuisance can't do this, but I can't. So I was laughing because I was like, everybody tried it. You're not going to be any different. So she went in there all confident, and I had to leave the room. So when I saw her leave the room, she looked like defeated and like this low self-esteem because she couldn't get that in. And I was like, you putting all the other people down because they couldn't get in and you couldn't get in, so I don't know why you acting all high and mighty.
I didn't cry with a concussion or anything like that before, but at that moment, I was crying. And not only did it hurt, but also because I was like, I had no water in at the time. They didn't have an IV in me, so I was losing water. And they were like kind of freaking me out because they're like,
She's losing water. We need to get in the IV now before she passes out. She's losing water.
so I'm crying, losing water. I'm sweating, losing water. So I was like, yo, we need to get this IV now before it's too late. I'm gonna have no water and die. The reason they couldn't find my veins because I was dehydrated. My veins were like thin. So they were like, okay, we can't find a vein, like, but you need an IV. So they're like, so what we're gonna have to do is a midline. A midline is basically, they put an IV in a vein that's not in where they usually put IVs here. They put it up here. Because the vein is so deep in, they had to put I think it's like 7 centimeters. So it's treated as a surgery. My mom's staying in the room. So she stayed in the room, but everyone else left. And they had like the mask and everyone was like coming in like an emergency and they like washed their hands, put on long ass gloves. And finally, they did it. I was scared because they had to do about 6 numbing shots before that. Those were actually more painful than the actual IV.
My left arm is getting numb.
That was probably the worst thing. Out of the head thing and the passing out and everything, that was probably the worst. And I still have, like, okay, I don't have a scar or anything. It healed about, like, 2 weeks after that. But now there's a very, like, visible vein in my arm.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if we can see it. So it's right there. It's, like, the only vein you can really see from my arm. That stayed, I guess, because they took out that vein, like, they really brought it out to the surface that now you can see it all the time. That vein wasn't there, because if you can see on this arm, I don't have any veins. But that's the only one that pops out. Finally, 3 days after that, they took it out, and I was okay. I left.
When we got the tests, like, to find out why she got this virus, like, why is it lasting a week?
What was it?
It's called the norovirus, and you usually get it when you go on a cruise. She found out when she went back that the norovirus was going around in the school.
You know what sucks after that is that this one had a cold while I was in the hospital. And when I got out, she hugged me because she was so happy that I left that she gave me the cold right after. I had to go into college and take finals with a cold. And they were like,
is that why you got off of school?
and I was like,
No!
I got off of school because I broke my head in the wall and I had norovirus. I wouldn't wish that on my worst. Okay, maybe on my no. I wouldn't wish that on my worst. That was probably the worst thing in my whole entire life. And I've had some bad experiences, but that one was like, I thought I was gonna die. I was like, that's it. The moral of the story is, whenever you fall, you just get right back up again.
So, the moral of the story is, admit when you don't feel well. She tried to hold it back, and she could have avoided all that just because she couldn't tell someone else that she didn't feel well. And
when you fall, you get right back up.
She's gonna get up after this. Yeah, so this is our channel, guys. I hope you guys enjoy our content, yo. Our goal for this channel is to make you guys laugh, put a smile on your face, make your day in this crazy world, because sometimes life gets too you just need to laugh. Like, you need to laugh and
Fix those edges. And
you know what, guys? You know what? I don't care. My edges are thick because I bleached my hair, so now this is not only baby hairs but dead. So that is what we are looking forward to do for you guys and for our viewers. Correct?
Correcto.
So, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Turn on
the post. Oh,
turn on the post notifications. Put on that bell, and
we will see you.
Also, you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is IamGenesisStar.
It's right down here.
Right down in
here.
this description.
It's gonna be right here. No, it's gonna
right
be
here.
right here.
We're not gonna put it, and we'll put it in the description. And you can leave your Instagrams too, because I can follow you too. This girl, she doesn't have social media, but she's gonna make one for.
If you guys
YouTube.
want me to, give
You
us
know
a
what?
like if you want me to make.
Also, in the comments, try to persuade this one to make a Instagram. Because she doesn't like taking pictures.
I
don't know.
pictures.
She's weird because she can take videos and we can put this on
This
YouTube.
is, she
but she'll
had
be
to like
no
really get me
pictures.
to do this. Really a picture or video person, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. So please stay tuned with us, and we'll see you guys later.